I tick all the boxes of abuse that you could think of. All of them, I tick them. From physical, financial, sexual, spiritual,
emotional,
all of them. And my drive was, how do I communicate the Bible to my dad?
Oh yes.
You know, how do I make him feel what I feel? Every Father's Day is such a painful experience. I'm divorced, and the ex-husband is not involved in the child's life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're already laughing here in studio. This is Love, Marriage, and Family Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this yet another wonderful episode. This is going to be one of those episodes that, I don't know, look back at and really appreciate because of our guest. Our guest, we've come quite a bit of a long way.
Yes.
Right? We've come quite a long way. 20 whatever years or whatever. Early
what?
Yeah, early what? Early 2000.
Yes.
That's my point. You know, there early 2000, because the first time we met her was at church.
Yeah.
Good place to meet. We met her at church. She was doing the sign language.
Yes.
Interpreting at church, and we never really got to understand what she was doing, but we knew it carries some significance.
Yes.
But we're going to get into a little bit of it. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much for your likes and your comments. And we are on a journey towards 50,000 subscribers. And by the end of the year, I prophesy.
Prophesy wena muntu wami.
Should I go deeper?
Go deeper, my love. Go deeper, prophesy. Road to 50,000 subscribers. That's where we're at.
Of course, my name is Mo, and I'm with this lovely lady.
Oh, yes. Thanks,
Pindelicious.
my lovey.
Hey.
This is going to be a very difficult episode. I'll tell you why. Well, not difficult, but because both of these people, bayahleka. Like, Andiswa Nkosi yami. Angakamintroduce already siyahleka. My guest or our guest, uyathanda ukuhleka, uMo uyahleka, so it means it's going to be nje.
No, we're going to manage ourselves.
Episodes. But yeah, thank you guys once again. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your love, your subscriptions, and really thank you for your commitment to this platform. I mean, I have people who will go, oh, I was the first to watch the episode. So it means you guys are looking forward all the time to watching our next episode. And this one will be one of those inspiring episodes. We are sitting with the amazing.
Yeah.
The amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the presidential interpreter.
Sign language interpreter.
Sign language, not just any interpreter, but the sign language interpreter.
Yeah.
We are spending time with Andiswa. I call her Andy, but Andiswa Gebashe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And it's amazing. Good. I think there's only 2 Gebashes that I know.
Yes.
And the other one is related to you,
Yes.
I think.
Bonko Gebashe.
Yeah.
I think this one is family, actually.
Yes. This one is family.
So I can't really say good to okay, Bashabai too, because I actually think
It's
either their
yes.
sibling somewhere there. But Andiswa, thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to be sitting with you because you are really one of the young. I'm still gonna call you young. One of the young people that have just entered a space and owned the space and us own with something that abantu kade bengayinakile, but you come in there and you command your position in the space. But let's take it back. You know, who are you? Where you from? We know the details, but you know, for the benefit of our people.
Yes, Andiswa Gebashe,
Yes.
ingane kaMagumede. Inkabi semzimkhulu.
Okay.
But grew up in Durban, Emlazi. My parents have been married for 45 years. Oh, wow. Happily so.
Oh, wow.
Because it's one thing to say they've been married, but
God, they've been struggling.
To know they genuinely love each other.
Yeah.
I have an older sister, Utandiwe. Come from a very loving family.
Yeah.
My father is deaf, which makes South African Sign Language our home language.
Yes. That's where it started for you,
That's where it
actually.
started for me. I was a comedian. My mom was a beauty queen.
Yeah.
Like amazing parents.
Yeah.
And
Did we
amazing
try
sister.
to do something at some point?
Yes,
For
remember
comedy?
Yes, we
stop
did.
jumping.
Okay, wait. Okay, yes.
Stop jumping. We're going to get there because I remember.
Oh my word!
Yes, and I'm a mom
Yes.
to Andiswa Gebashe, AJ.
Yeah.
And Andi to Azania. So yes, yeah. Small family, but big family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about your dad, now that Tumo has jumped the gun, I actually want to jump the gun too. So one of the things I think you've mentioned that sign language in your household, or at least where you grew up, was the thing. Yes. Because it was the only way you could communicate with your dad.
Yes.
Which I learned quite late because I've always wondered why sign language. But tell us about that childhood. I'm sure at some point when you realize, actually, my dad is deaf. You don't grow up knowing that. Tell us about that experience for you when you first realized.
Hearing fathers were very awkward for me. I'm like, why is your father speaking? Because what is this?
Come on.
You know, it was never not normal to have my father as my father, if that makes sense.
Got you,
yeah.
But to go to a household where there's Ubabu Hama,
Oh, yes.
is your dad okay?
Oh, and don't say that.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was like my parents are very loving. Also because they love each other loudly.
Wow.
So it was they created this net,
Yeah.
you know, for me and my sister, where we just protected, because also my mom is hearing, married to a man with a disability.
Oh, wow.
My dad is from Mzimkulu, shut in Tombi Asemlas. So your family dynamics on both ends.
Yeah.
So then they managed to create that shield. Ukuthi nangu umndeni wethu. You know when the Bible says we are puma, and then you cling to. So they really embodied that, where they created their own family and structure. Also, even the way of raising us. We didn't have gender roles.
Yes.
At home. We didn't have Ntombazane does this because Ubaba didn't model that. My dad loves cooking. I mean, I remember he would do your washing, but then let my mom go ayoineka.
Also, let abantu babonta.
Yes,
Nangu umuntu owashile.
Yes.
Clever.
So we didn't have that. And as much as my father's deafness was a disadvantage, it didn't get to hear indoda must, indoda yenza ukuthi, indoda yenza ukuthi on radio, TV, whatever. So he raised us with love, with how
It
he
was the
wanted
language.
to raise us, what felt right.
Yeah.
You know, my sister and I always joke and say, it's almost like dad raises godly, like in how God would physically show love. So that is my dad. He's such an amazing man.
I know you have such a very close relationship with your dad.
I love my dad.
Yeah.
I love
so
my dad
openly
so
so.
much.
Yeah.
Both your parents are
Both
still
my
alive.
parents are still alive.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then obviously with you, the two of you at home, you said it's two sisters, right?
Yeah.
And so that means your sister also is chiseled in this
Signing.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Excuse me.
I know, right?
How is
that? And she's the oldest. So Utsandi and my dad have created communication system
Okay.
for the
two of them.
For the two of them.
Communication, yeah.
And my dad loves them more.
I would think your dad would love you more. I mean, you talk
The language,
when are
you know?
you mate? I need disability, your career.
Exactly. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but he loves us both. But I know that my sister's the favorite.
Yeah.
They've got
You know,
this
and I'm just like,
relationship.
it's okay. I was my
Yeah.
grandmother's favorite.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
But how do they communicate though? I mean, how?
So they have what we call home signs.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
that they've created for them, and it works. They have a healthy relationship.
I mean, it's been many years. I'm sure they
It's
find
been many
ways.
years. They find ways. Yes. Yeah. If you were trying to communicate with a deaf person, if you're going to another country
Yeah.
where they don't speak English,
Okay.
and you're trying
You
to
learn,
communicate
like,
that
key-
I want food or you want this, and you use gestures.
Okay.
So those gestures you turn, because she does know sign language,
Yeah.
just not fluent
Like you.
like me.
Okay.
If you are comparing her to
like
me,
sign language, uthi umuntu fluent.
yes,
I thought you fluent comes from the voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
it's in any language.
Oh, so you are fluent in
Yes.
sign language.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm more fluent in sign language
Okay.
than my sister because I work with the language.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand the linguistic of
Yes.
the South African Sign Language.
Was it not because you felt your dad loved your sister more? So when you needed to go,
The extra mile.
you need to go an extra mile.
And prove myself.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I've always, strangely, I wanted to be deaf. I used to pray to God.
What do you
I'm
mean?
like, can I just wake up deaf? That's how much I wanted to be like my dad. I'm like, can I just sleep and wake up deaf? As a result, I went to a deaf school in high school. I know.
No,
I was there.
No, wait. What does that mean?
So in high school, I left a hearing school.
Yeah.
Your typical
Normal,
mainstream
typical.
schools. And I went to a deaf school. So I did my grade 10 at a deaf school. So I did my maths, biology, what in South African Sign Language. And I was the only hearing learner.
In the school.
Yes, at the school.
Are you okay? Like,
I was quiet the whole year. I only spoke on weekends.
I was surprised at how,
yeah.
even now, I mean, I've known you, as I said earlier on,
Yes.
we met you.
That's when
at-
in church, then
Yeah.
I started inviting my friends while I was in high
Yes,
school.
because we
Yeah.
used to have
Started ministering the word
In sign language.
In sign language at school. Because at that time, the churches in general were not accessible
Yeah.
to deaf people. Then I started inviting my friends. Then I
Yeah.
started the sign language ministry.
Yes.
That's
It's
is
still
so
running
when I was still
today.
a teenager.
Let me tell you something.
It's still running today.
That ministry at church that you started when you were that small.
So I was about 60,
Yes, it's still there.
You were tiny then.
Yes, it is still there. And let me
Yes.
tell you, I'll be honest as well. It's one of the only churches I've seen
Yes.
that caters for deaf people.
For deaf people.
Because kuna section in a church,
There's a
and
section. It's
that
still that
lady is
section.
committed.
Yes.
Sunday in, Sunday out, she's there.
Oh,
wow.
It has
man, this
grown
is
though. Like it has grown. Oasis was one of the first. Rhema Bible does it.
Oh, I haven't
Grace
seen
now does
other
it.
churches. Yeah.
There are more other churches.
Yes. Oh wow.
Ekurhuleni, there are a couple of churches now
that's
doing
lovely.
it, which is great because we are called to minister.
Yeah.
And spread the word. So how then do you do that when you exclude a certain community?
Yeah.
So back then, I was Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was, not that I'm, but
Yes.
at that time I was closed in, and the only
Yes.
thing that mattered then was how do I spread the word? How do I spread the love of God? How do I? And my drive was how do I communicate the Bible to my dad?
Oh yes.
How do I make him feel what I feel? Which was also when I was praying, I was like, I just want to be like my dad. So that also I get to have a lived experience of his
Or maybe
world.
experience what he actually experiences.
So it was my way of reaching deeper to who my dad is, so that I understand his culture, how he views the world, what does it feel not to hear anything.
Sure.
I was a kid, but when I look back and I sort of like, damn, girl.
Tell me. But when did you first realize? Do you realize this in your early years as a baby, or at what stage do you realize actually I don't think Dad can hear me? Sometimes as wives we think our husbands are deaf at some point because you're like, Mo, I've said this before, and he's like, oh, what did you say?
Yes. So I don't remember a time where I didn't sign.
Yeah.
I've always signed.
Yeah.
And I see that with AJ and Azania, how they just signed to Umkulu. Because I signed to AJ when she was 8 months. I've been signing to her. So she's always known
But
sign
why
language.
sign up with AJ bega okay mos?
No, she's okay, but it's South African Sign Language. It's
Oh, it's a language.
it's a language.
Okay.
So my father has always signed to us. So the only time I was told my father has a disability was in high school, when there was abantu abazobala state essay.
Yes.
And they asked who has a disabled member at home. I didn't lift up my hand. My teacher said, Precious. I'm like, what do you mean?
My father is not
My father doesn't
disabled.
have a disability. No, your father is deaf. I'm like, yeah, and I didn't
'cause
know it was a
There
disability.
was no limitation
There
for
was
you.
no limitation for me.
Yeah.
And for me at that time, because I didn't understand disability as a whole, disability was a physical disability. How we all think disability, you have to have, must be a
Yes, you
ramp.
must be in crutches or wheelchair.
Yes.
Amputated
Yeah.
legs. Oh man.
Yes.
Because I suppose because for you, as much as your father had that disability, but life was normal
Life was normal.
because you learned.
But also, again, what is normal?
What is normal?
Okay.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because hearing privilege folks,
Yes. Oh, is that what we are called now?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
you know, so anything that is foreign,
Yes.
it's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be the other way around.
It's normal to somebody else.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I take that back.
Yes.
That is so.
Because that is so powerful, actually. Because
Yeah.
come to think of it, in your household, this was normal.
Yes.
To a point that when you see family where everybody is talking at the same time, you're like, guys, this is how you live.
Yes.
Like
And-
this is, you know.
Yes, and strangely, people who have hearing fathers that I associated with at that time didn't have a close relationship with their father. Because ubaba beyilento isilwane uma ifikile,
Uyasatshwa.
uyasatshwa. I sat on my father's lap.
Yes.
Dad
Oh,
used
now
to
you're
wish to
taking
run.
the advantage of it.
Oh no, ubaba besikitaza nje anytime.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We would play with my dad. I remember when I started my first periods.
Yeah.
Dad bought my pads for me,
How
and
did,
that was then.
how did you sign language that?
You know, I mean,
I want to know.
it's like, how did your child in a spoken language tell you that?
I cried.
I
No,
didn't.
not what the results were, but how did he tell you?
I'm saying that as a child then,
Yes.
how I told my parents or my mom at least, I just cried. And then
So they could ask.
then she kind of suspected because I was in the bathroom and suddenly I come out and I'm crying. And you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't that. We've had those conversations like
Yeah.
openly.
Yeah.
Which was also strange because, I mean, I was born in 1986.
Yes.
So that era, people who grew up then, they didn't have open relationships with their parents.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
We had open relationship about money,
Yeah.
about dating, about this,
I
about
can't believe we
this.
were born in 86. It was so cool, Mos.
Little 40.
Yes, I can't believe it.
Nelongozi.
Do you know what? I actually, not that I was not counting. Umundango 83 is 40.
Yes.
Ayini, guys.
Sabang.
Anyway, let's go back
Anyway,
to.
sorry, I digress.
So we've always had an open relationship, including about money. You know, they will at back then they would earn on every Friday. So my parents would sit my sister and I go to listen. Kule nyanga sime kanje because simele sithenga sofa sizodla ukuthi nokuthi, so we're not going to do this. So what you want, we can't buy it now, we're going to buy it because now I'm going to buy a budget.
Oh, wow.
So it was that open.
Wow.
I like that.
So again, it was not normal for me to see Imdeni that's not that open.
Yeah.
And it made me think, oh, this is, I don't want this culture. Then.
Yeah.
I prefer mine.
You know? Abantu abakhulumayo, these are problems zabo.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're abnormal.
They are, yes.
But yibo abnormal kahle kahle.
Yeah.
Mara I want us to zoom into you wanting to be like your dad.
Yes.
Because that caught my attention. You had a mom who could speak,
Yeah.
but here you are as a child.
Yes.
You want to be like this
This man.
man who actually cannot speak. What made you want to be like him?
I think for me and my sister, I'll speak for me especially. Growing up, Dad was a god, you know?
Wow.
And obviously now that I'm older, I see his faults. I'm like, nigga, you ain't perfect.
Guy, my guy.
My guy. But it was how he loved my mom
Wow.
at Endlin, how he protected my mom.
Yes.
Gubo.
Wow.
You know, how he just protected
Showed
us
up.
and showed up. And he could do no wrong in my eyes.
Wow.
You know, so I wanted to be that God that my father is. But I mean, Musukulu, so hey, daughter,
Yeah.
corner.
Engathi ungalungisa
That's
phansi.
But as a child, when you're looking up to your dad and there's just no man can.
Wow.
I actually haven't met a man like my dad.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming.
I'm just like, nah.
Don't worry. Even no musu high school of the deaf.
No.
Wabuya nje.
Kabuya nje. But also at that time in high school,
Yeah.
always is
Yeah.
in any ministry.
Hey, you need to know your
you
story.
couldn't go on stage
Yeah.
with any
Unprepared.
unprepared.
Yeah.
So also because I started dating way late after high school.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that late?
At that time or how it's viewed, it's late.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Well, I suppose it is.
I mean, starting dating at 21, over 21, it is perceived as late.
Yeah, true that.
You're a girl,
Yes.
right? And your father plays the role, and even back then,
Yes.
played the role that he did, you know, and to you, you know, I'm asking this question because we now you are a single mom,
Yes.
right? How does that balance the role that you as a girl benefited from your father being around and you being a single mom, you know, today? Of course, this is to assume that the father is not present. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming, please, ngicela ungilungise apho and so on. But can you just help balance that for me?
It's such a painful experience.
Yeah.
Not every Father's Day is such a painful experience. I'm divorced, and the ex-husband is not involved
Okay.
in the child's life.
You are kidding. Is it not?
No, I mean for many years. I think it's only last year when he started showing up. You know, in bits, you know, here and there. When we separated, she was 2,
Oh, yes.
about to turn 3. She's 11 now. So there was a great 4 or 5 years.
Oof, that's a big gap.
My daughter not seeing her father or not
At
hearing
all.
at all.
Not
Or
even hearing from him.
Nothing at all.
Sure.
Or at least hearing about him, because he's a famous guy.
Yes,
but I mean,
it's a
umntwana
famous
was
guy,
small.
but she wasn't aware who Dad was in terms of the fame.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
Expected. And I also didn't tell her that he's the one that told her that this is who I am.
Yeah.
No, Andiswa,
Umbheke kahle, umbheke kahle.
ngicela please let's correct this because angifuna sidlale ngomuntu wethu la
Nkosi yami.
ngale overseas.
No, but
So, was the introducer to the child?
yes,
To say, I am your dad, and
Yes.
I'm
I'm so
so
and
and so.
Yes, because my child just knew which this is my father, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
You know, and my daughter loves her dad, and I love that about her. That's cool. And I encourage that.
That's good.
Because I've never been in this position. I've never seen any. I don't have the very few single moms in my home.
Yes.
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 There's a mom, there's a dad, and that's
Yes.
that. You know, coma divorce amaning.
Yeah.
So it was kind of how do we navigate that? So having a father like my dad and then being a single mom and knowing that dad could never play a fatherly role, but a grandpa role.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is a different role.
He cannot
which is a
feel that gap.
different-
Yeah.
cannot feel that gap.
Yeah.
And the pain of her seeing me with my dad and even
And can't
saying,
experience the
"Oh,
same.
mommy, I wish daddy could be. When are you getting married so I can get a stepdad?"
Oh,
you know.
did she say that at some point?
Oh no, she says that all the time.
Can I confess something?
What? Have you found her, man?
No. I'm going to tell you something. At some point, I think it was last year, Mo, we wanted to do an interview.
Yes.
But what more? No, sizoyenza bazobuyelana no guy.
Oh, shame. Oh.
Must
Your faith and your
I'm that
hope.
guy. I'm
no,
that guy.
what bazobuyelana no guy, right?
Then so
Then
bizarre.
too. You know why?
Ah, shame.
Because the guy said to him,
Yeah,
I'm actually working things out.
Oh, I even went to the newspapers. They wrote some article of us rekindling. I learned about it on the newspaper.
Really?
You're kidding.
Yes. No,
Oh,
there's
wow.
no
There was no
rekindling of
such.
that.
No, but
such.
you know what? I was surprised when Pindi showed me something else about
boom, he's getting married
overseas. Yes.
A few months after that, there was
Yes.
an announcement of marriage.
There was an
right?
American
Overseas.
now. So,
Yes.
so Mo was mina, oh no, we need to host Andiswa. What? No, we will.
They are,
But
guy told me
uGuy
that
ungitshelile ukuthi bayabuyelana. Ngathi na, oh, that's even better. What? No, let's wait. Ow, and then mase ngibona social media ngithi
How?
angazi ke ukuthi sithini manje. Wathi hayibo manje kanjani? And wa confirm no guy ukuthi I've just gotten married.
No, phela ngamthinta.
Ukuthi how?
Uthi awu ndoda.
Manje-
Hayi.
There went our interview.
Even nangokuhlala sengale most of the time.
Yes.
Orkat most of the time and all of that, you know. Oh wow, tell me just on your side certainly.
Yes.
That relationship, you know, when people, okay, the way we relate to you,
Yes.
you know, we've always related to you as our little sister.
Yes.
Right?
Who
Because,
was so in love.
you know,
Oh my God.
Ngicela ubuze mina.
I was a gone girl.
Ngicela ubuze
our
mina.
little sister,
I
you
was
know.
in love with that man.
Wena?
Gone.
I'm sorry Mo siyakuphazamisa.
Ngiyaphazamisa, yes.
But ngisacela ukusho le point. Yabona guys uAndiswa, my in love shame. Hey, ubona ama flames.
Yeah.
Like uyahleka uAndiswa, right? Kodwa my in love so that uyakhumbula with
No, I
guy.
remember.
Ooh, like
You know?
there's nothing uGuy azoyisho.
Yes.
But that's wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. When
I
you are
love
in
love.
it,
I love love.
when
I
you are
love
in it,
loving.
be in it.
And I
you know?
enjoy loving.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know. So I was saying that, you know, the way we relate to you as our little sister, and there's a level of, you know, being protective and you learn to like, which I don't want, and when it happened that you guys, you know, and we saw it on paper that you guys are no longer together and whatever. Okay, I relate now, you know, that much as well. So I would phone him, hey, daughter, you know, and all
What's
that.
going on?
And then I show the name lane, whatever. No, don't worry. No. So I'm saying that relationship for you, you know, there were a whole lot of great things in the form of loving and obviously relationships aren't bad always.
Yes.
You know, always. But what are some of the takeaways for you, you know, in that relationship having not worked out?
Ooh, there's a cliche thing that marriage reveals another side of you that you didn't know.
Yeah.
I loved that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at some point he did love me.
No, he did. Why are you saying at some point?
Ma'am.
You don't know what I know.
At some point, I think he did because generally I'm a kind person.
Yeah.
But I also learned that I have a sharp tongue.
Okay.
Something that I didn't know about myself.
Okay.
Indelelo yona.
Yeah.
Icon. And I enjoy that I had to work that out with myself, you know, and taking accountability of that. But because we come from West and East in terms of what love is and what family is, and I think at that time I loved him because it was different. He was teaching me the street and this and that and that and that, and I enjoyed that. But he didn't love me. And I say that confidently because you don't hurt someone that you love on purpose
Yeah.
the way that he did. I took all the boxes of abuse that you could think of. All of them, I tick them. From physical, financial, sexual, spiritual,
Emotional.
all of them
Oh, wow.
During your marriage.
during my marriage.
Oh my word.
All of them. And I've forgiven him. And I still don't hate him. I don't think I have it in me to hate him. Definitely do not love him. And
Anymore.
you know. And I'm so happy that I'm at a space where I really wish him well for the sake of our daughter. I pray uNkulunkulu ambusise. So that also at some point, inhliziyo yakhe ithinteke, ukhipha u-10 rand nje, you know, towards the child at least, you know. And for him to experience love so that he's able to give that love, you know, because he didn't have that, so therefore he couldn't give it.
Yeah.
Yes. And, you know, you keep forgiving and you keep hoping that, you know, I was talking to my sister the other day that in church, when I would lift my hands crying, it was not because of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, wow.
It was because of the pain that transpired Saturday before coming to church.
On
That
Sunday.
I am holding this man's hand.
Here
His
at church.
hands were laid on me violently last night.
Oh, wow.
Yet I have to put a smile and pray that God touches his heart and changes him somehow. And sometimes being in a church system, and because there were elders who knew that we were telling, hey, this is happening, you know, but it was in a standards, you know, usathane, or
attack.
in the attack, in the marriage, in the watch, and you stay and you hope. And because I didn't want to divorce,
I'm sure.
you know what I mean? I had no desires of divorcing. Then you stay, you pray, you hope, but until he does it openly.
Then you realize,
Until he tells you, and more, there was a point where I believed I was ugly. Our whole me.
like,
Our
how?
entire me. You know, because that's how deep it went, you know, being told you look like this, being told you're not good enough, being told you're ugly, being told you're not desirable. And you know, and there was a point like when we separated, I actually divorced the church system altogether. Because even the choir in the church, you find them on your husband's phone. You know? And you're
Okay.
like, are we not in the same church? Are we not Bazalwanes all together?
But now this is obviously after having moved.
Oh no, this is
During.
Yes.
No, I'm saying this is, was that still in Durban or this is now
Oh
in
no,
Joburg?
this is here.
This is
Yes,
Joburg,
this
yeah.
is Joburg.
Yeah.
We met in Joburg. Everything is in Joburg. So there was just yeah, and until
Abantu abaziyo, says people you know,
Yes.
messaging your husband.
Yeah. Yes.
Ayini kanti sikuphi, guys?
Yes.
Where are we?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I almost said something.
yes.
Okay, please.
But yeah, it's having gone through that and having a mandla of raising AJ, because for a good 8 months I just couldn't. So I sent her home so that I can just find myself.
Yeah.
You know. And it didn't help that he was openly speaking to the media.
About,
You know,
the divorce.
about the divorce. I didn't say a word. There was no comment from
There
me.
is nowhere.
Nowhere.
Even
you
now,
and you
before this
didn't.
conversation, we couldn't
There's
find.
no comment. You know, I learned on Ikakasi FM or some interview that he was doing what was wrong with me. I was like, oh, okay.
Basically, you learned what your reason for the divorce was.
Yes, was. He said on radio openly, I knew I was going to divorce her after 5 years. I married her because the brand needed an elevation and I needed to move from boy to being a man. And so I was like, oh, and as much as that hurt my family, that healed me because it gave me validation that I just happened to meet a con man and I was con. but there's nothing wrong with me, But that process, it took time for me to believe that I'm good enough, believe that I'm beautiful, believe that I'm smart, believe that I'm capable, because all those things were Ngwenzeli favor. The word fathom, I remember, we joke about it now, because this one is like, you don't fathom who I am. Who are you? You're just the girl with a deaf father,
Wow.
And having to claim that, I'm like, yes, I am that girl with a deaf father today because I get to do the work that I do. I get to, get paid and still raise my child lovingly because I am that girl with a deaf father.
Oh, wow.
I get to sit with the president of the country, man.
Because I'm that girl with a deaf
You're
father.
that girl with the
I get to sit here because I'm that girl with a deaf
Listen.
father.
Man.
You know,
Yeah.
does he understand
Man, this is so emotional.
what having your dad has done for you? Because let me be honest with you. Maybe let me break it down for you. Had you had a hearing father, right? You were not going to be here.
No.
Nor were you going to be in the stages that you've been on.
The stages.
Because those stages come because you had a deaf father.
Yes.
Man.
Otherwise you would have you would have gelled in like everybody else
100%.
and just be in the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
And no one spots you in the crowd.
Yes.
Man.
So you had to come out, you know what I mean? And it had to take your dad.
I had to take my dad.
So don't undermine that dad, to
That
think,
relationship.
oh,
and then in
man.
terms of obviously, oh man, I'm so touched by this.
I'm so sorry. I mean, it's in the past now.
You know,
we can
no,
get
but
to talk
it's
about
it's
it.
new.
But
It's
I'm-
new
yes,
because
it's new
in
for
the
us,
papers we
yeah.
know something else.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean?
I'm
And-
actually happy you are here. I have to say, when it first occurred, Andiswa, I could not even look at you, nor could I. I know we'll talk a lot on the phone about it, but I also felt you were hurting a lot at that time. You needed time to heal because you were in it,
Yes.
like 150%.
Sounds deep.
You were deep, girl.
In the dark.
Wongena with the knees and
Yes.
everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how deep you were.
Yes.
In this whole thing. And I'm glad we are talking. It would have been much too soon at that time.
Yes.
I think the timing is great now because of the healing
Yeah.
that you have undergone.
Just as a way forward, because our time is.
Way forward.
So, where you at now? Both from a love point of view, and
Well, Tando,
because I mean, guys, a beautiful woman like this, you know what I mean, and with everything that has been said to you, how have you managed to shake those things off?
Yes.
So that you are able to stand on who you are and who your dad and your mom raised you to be.
Yes. Healing is so dangerous.
Yeah.
and so good because now when the Bible says fear not, I really don't fear anything.
Wow.
At all. And that sometimes in its own, it's like, hey, hello. And now I'm very choosy. I'm very picky.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
That's good. Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I love and enjoy being in love, loving, I'm very choosy on yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes. And also it was important for me to work as hard as I'm working because I'm also learning that financial freedom aids you in being a better mom,
Yeah.
especially as a single mom
Yeah.
in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
because then most of the services you can pay for, you're able to pay a nanny, you're able to pay a driver, you're able to put your child at a deaf school. Financial freedom became more elevated than this dream of, I'm going to meet
One day,
John who's
one
going to
day,
come and
rescue
save
me.
and buy me a house.
Night in the shining armor. Oh my word.
And this. And I think the man that I'm going to be with is going to meet me Langi Corn, and we're going to be compatible.
better version of yourself.
Yes.
You said a deaf school. Is your child in a deaf school?
No.
Oh.
But she can sign, yes.
I was gonna
She
say,
can sign language.
through your journey.
No. Oh no, she's a thing of her own.
Yeah.
Actually, she teaches me how to parent her.
Okay.
She's such a strong personality.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's always been from since she was like small.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so happy
Oh,
you
wow,
you're actually
man.
raising her yourself, you know? Which is very very tough or strong of you, because here you are having parents that have been married for 44 years. You could easily just take her to be raised by them. Why the decision to want to do it yourself?
I don't know whether I'm winging it as a mom.
Yeah.
But in my
All of
heart,
us are.
I felt she has already lost one parent. I don't want her to feel
Both. Yeesh.
both. And also I don't want her to feel, am I not good enough that both of these humans are choosing? Because it's a choice for him not to be present.
Yeah.
You know. And I actually love his wife. I think she's cool. I've interacted with her once, reaching out to say, hey, there's a child who wishes to have a relationship with you guys. The doors is open. You know, so it's up to them.
So you reached out.
Yeah, I did. Because I want my child to have a relationship with them. Because she has a relationship with the older sister that I was raising at that time.
Yeah.
And me and her mom still have a very healthy relationship.
What the child to the father?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Child,
The eldest.
So you were a stepmom at the same time.
Stepmom at the same time.
Man, Andiswa Gebashe.
Hey, niyazenza izinto Andiswa nibancane.
Ngiyakuzwa ukuthi unesibindi. Iyawusabi lutho. Oh man. Look, man, it's such a wonderful look. This is obviously a very short conversation.
So
and we need to
No, we will.
Yeah.
I know what
you know what I'm
going
to say, right? Yeah.
So when you discover Emma Pepe like us, because we discovered in the papers that, oh geez, Guy just got married.
Yes.
And Guy moved overseas.
Yes.
Do you hear this from him, or do you hear it in the papers, social media?
Social media. Because in December, just as we wrap, in December, the wife gave birth and he was so happy to share the news with our daughter. Hey, you have a brother.
Oh, okay.
Great. This is December.
Okay.
January, he marries. Daughter comes back from school and say, yo, I was asked by my friends, why were you not at your dad's wedding? So did he really get married, or is it just people lying? And then I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nami, I find out.
Just
But
like you.
Yes. Yeah.
And
It would have been nice for him to tell his
You know what
daughter
I mean?
that, yo, your dad's
Girl,
getting married.
I found somebody. You know what I mean? But you know what? Kuthiwani, ixesha lidliwe yinja.
Yes.
Wow, man. Wow. Okay, so yeah. Andiswa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this conversation and the privilege of, letting us into your life.
Yeah.
We really don't take that lightly. Often, I always tell Upindi, every time, because at the time, there was a time when you used to work for SABC.
Yes.
And I was a news junkie, literally a news junkie. I'm no longer now. And, every time you would appear in that corner, we're like, oh, I really be so
Andiswa,
proud.
yeah.
So, and I'm still so proud of you,
Thank you.
and may God really bless you. May God bless your journey. May God give you a hug, and
big one.
and for you to be clear and even more clearer about, where you want to be, and be as choosy about who you want to be with.
That's a good one.
And that's very, very important in life. Otherwise, you can't just throw yourself to anybody that comes along,
Yes.
And I know you are that intelligent and that, strong person. And thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Yes,
And, we
and I still
appreciate you.
believe that the good one will come your way.
Penny is an eternal optimist.
I still believe that God is going to bless you with an amazing man who'll be able to take care of that heart of yours.
Yeah.
Because that heart is very special.
Yeah.
And it needs a special type of guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
This was another dose of Love, Marriage, and Family podcast. And thank you so much for taking your time to indulge with this beautiful lady. Andiswa, thank you so much for joining us. You are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man.
And you at home are also very amazing.
Peace.
Thanks for the love. Bye.